Hi guys, so I'm going to do a unboxing today of my Love with Food box, and I'm going to put this on both my Boxtopia ASMR channel and my Nutty McFreak channel. For those of you on my Nutty McFreak channel, I usually don't put these on there, but I've just seen a lot of ASMR videos lately with people eating things, so I know it's a trigger for a lot of people. So do let me know if you like these. I tend to just put them on my Boxtopia channel, but if people like them, I'm happy to put them on whatever channel most people get to see them. So this is my Love with Food box. It is one of my favorite boxes. It's only $10 and you get a lot of snacks. We eat very healthy in my house most of the time. So we don't have a lot of snacks. We have a lot of fresh fruit, we have a lot of vegetables and things like that, but we don't have a lot of snacks. So this is a fun box when it comes because we get to have snacks that we don't usually have, and they're all healthy snacks. Not as healthy as a piece of fruit, but they're relatively healthy, so we don't feel guilty about having them. But this is the information that came with it. It's Monster Mash tasting box, and I'll go through everything that's in here. And we have opened and eaten most of these, but I have left a little taste of everything so I can eat it with you guys and let you know how they are. Oh, so let's see. Monster Mash. The harvest moon is bright, the fall air is crisp, and jack-o'-lanterns are lit, so we've selected monster-worthy snacks that will have you doing the mash, the Monster Mash, in no time. That's not all you should be dancing over. You just donated one meal to feed a hungry child in the U.S. Ooh. So that's the other thing, is with each box you get, they donate a meal, which I think is wonderful. So their marketing material does have some coupons and things in the back, and just a Twitter party and Instagram contest. I don't do Instagram at all, so I don't it's one of the social media things that I've just never gotten involved in. I don't like taking photos. I'd rather be there in the experience and not spend time taking photos. I take photos of my son, but that's about it. So sometimes me think, what is friend? And then me say, a friend is someone to share last cookie with. Cookie Monster. Okay, so the first item in here is organic jelly beans by Surf Sweet, which we have not tasted yet. I will give most of these to my son because he loves jelly beans. I do like good organic jelly beans though. But gummy, chewy stuff is not my vice. I like baked goods. Sorry, I know this is probably really loud to open. Okay, here we go. Trick or treat. These jelly beans are packed with vitamin C and real fruit flavor. They're still jelly beans. You can try and tell me they're healthier versions, but they're jelly beans. That's good. Not sure what flavor it is. Maybe grapefruit? Yeah, I think it's grapefruit. There's something to be said about good organic jelly beans. Around Halloween, I can find bags of good organic jelly beans just about anywhere. Sorry, not around Halloween, around Easter. And I usually stock up. And then all they have are the kind of nasty ones. I do like Jelly Bellies, but I don't like them as much as like the really good organic kind. These are yummy. And you would think it doesn't make a difference. They really do. It's 50 calories for this whole thing. It's not bad. We save them as treats for my son. He thinks like 3 jelly beans is a great treat, so it's a good thing to keep for him. So that is yummy. All right. The other thing that was in here. So I have started, as you know, I'm almost always trying to lose weight because it's just not working lately, unfortunately. But it will. I will just stick to it until it does. I've lost weight before, I'll lose it again. I'm just I keep trying to find an easy way to do it, and it's not easy. You have to just eat good and exercise. And I already exercise, and I eat good, but I eat too much of good. So I gotta cut down on how much I eat, and it takes my stomach a while to accept that. But one thing I've started having in the morning is kind of my first little meal, because I don't like to eat breakfast very much. I do like to eat breakfast, but not till like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up at 6 usually with my son, 5:30 or 6. So I wait pretty late to eat breakfast. And I'm trying to eat something a little bit earlier, and so what I've been doing is I've been taking preferably cashew butter, but I like almond butter too. Cashew butter is a little bit sweeter usually. And then I put a little bit of cocoa in it, and I usually put a little bit of like almond milk in it, and I mix them together. The cashew butter is sweet enough that you really don't need anything else with it. Sometimes I add a little bit of honey to the almond butter that I get because it's not very sweet. But one of the things they sent me is they sent me these Justin's almond butters, and one was honey and one was chocolate. And it was great because I go to my parents' house a lot to work when I drop my son off at daycare because they live closer, and my parents often have a lot of junk in their house, and I'm very tempted by it. So I took the little packets of Justin's almond butter, and I would eat that first thing in the morning. I've realized because of all the junk at my parents' house, I need to pack my own meals if I'm going to be good at my parents' house, because I usually am hungry, and then, I open their fridge and the first thing I see is pizza, and I want pizza, and I'm hungry, and so I'm not going to search around for the salad. I'm generally going to eat the pizza. So I have to have my lunch packed and ready to go, and often my breakfast too, because I'm usually there for a long time during the day. So that was a great thing to be able to take at least 2 mornings, is just bring that little almond butter with me. And it says, any witch's brew that includes the protein-packed Justin's honey almond butter is bound to make even Dracula smile. And then the chocolate almond nut butter by Justin said, with 3 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein, this chocolate almond butter is a graveyard smash. Now, it's a little bit cheating that they split those 2 up. They really should have been just on one. I know they gave you 2 of them, but it should have just been one line. They're trying to make it look like they gave you more things. They give you plenty for $10. So this is the other thing that I got. This is a bananina, cinnamon and sugar banana bar by Nutrivita. Trick or treat, go bananas with this banana, cinnamon, and sugar bar. We think it tastes better than candy. So I ate some of this. I gave some of it to my son, and I saved a little piece to have with you. So it looks like a big bar. Well, not that big, about that big. All like this. It really tastes like if you took super ripe banana and mashed it all up and then added some cinnamon and sugar. Except it's really chewy. It's not, look, I'm using like all my, it's really chewy and dense. It's good. My son really liked it. But I don't know that I'd get it again. So if you don't like eating, because I know I personally am not triggered by it, and I don't like watching people eat, run for your life, because I'm going to eat this thing, and then I'm going to eat a couple more things. So if you just want to see what's in the box, there are lots and lots of websites that unbox Love with Food. So I do the tasting because there's not a lot out there that has that. So it definitely tastes like banana. I love bananas. You can't taste the cinnamon that much, but it's like a little banana mash covered with sugar. It's good. Let me look at the... Let's see. Let's look at the ingredients in English. Banana, cinnamon, sugar, citric acid, potassium sorbate, preservative. Oh, usually they're preservative free. Gluten free. No artificial coloring. It really doesn't have much in it. How many calories is it? Not easy to find out. lot of it's in Spanish. It must be, or possibly. Oh no, it looks like it's in Portuguese primarily. The first language is Portuguese. It's 112 calories for this bar. That's actually a lot for a pretty small bar, but it's really dense, that's why. So it might be good if you're really trying to do like a food meal substitute somewhat. I mean, not that that's a ton of calories for but I want something a bit more substantial in terms of size for that amount of calories usually. All right, so here's another thing I haven't opened yet. This is organic original falafel chips by Flamus. We hear that the blend of turmeric, onion, garlic, spinach, carrot, red pepper, tomato, and green bell peppers in these falafel chips will ward off any vampire. Let's see. I am not a big chip eater, as many of you know if you watch my videos. But I find that with these, sorry, this is going to be a nightmare to open. Okay, I got it. With a lot of these like organic chips, I do really like them. So I guess I just don't really like potato chips. But it's not my vice, so I don't go out and buy them. So this is what they look like. Oh, that's what I'm having for lunch. I'm dipping that in my really good hummus. It's not very salty. It tastes like chickpeas. You have to like falafel. It tastes like falafel. But I don't like really salty chips. My son won't like these. They're not salty enough for him. So usually I try to save chips for my son because he really likes them. He likes salty. It's funny, I never ate salt, really. I never put salt on things until I got pregnant with him. And then I salted everything. And now I have to like not salt things because I oversalt usually. But I still don't like really salty chips. So these are great. I'll have these with hummus for lunch and it'll be delicious. So that is, let's see, what information? It's 123 calories for this whole bag, so this and some hummus is a really good lunch. And it's got, you know, it's gluten-free, wheat-free, dairy-free, lactose-free, trans fat-free. Yeah, it's just, you know, as good as a chip can be for you. So, it's basically corn. So, whole beans, oil. Gosh, they put a lot of junk in here, just that everything's organic. It's, you know, spices, dehydrated vegetables, and sea salt. That's it. So, not bad. I like them. I wouldn't buy them just because my son wouldn't like them. And I'm not a big chip eater. But if I was a big chip eater, I do like them. I'm looking forward to having that for lunch because it's something different. Buttery Shortbread Squares by Claire Squares. So here's my confession. I ate this first. Now I did leave a piece, but I didn't share this with anybody, and I love shortbread. And I usually don't get much in these boxes. I usually pour them in a bowl for my family. They eat them, and I have a taste, and then I save one or two to have with you guys. But shortbread cookies, I could not resist. So these rich, buttery Irish shortbread squares are great solo or pipe and icing design of your favorite monster for a Halloween twist. Okay, I would not put icing on it. It's kind of overkill. They're delicious. My gosh, they're so good. Shortbread is one of the few things I've found, like, pre-packaged shortbread is almost better than shortbread you can make at home, I think. Because I think shortbread's, I think, a pretty big process. I've made it a few times at home, but I haven't been as happy with it. This is basically flour, butter, sugar, and salt. That's all that's in it. It's 160 calories for this little tiny, I mean, it wasn't a tiny cookie. It was pretty good size, but it wasn't huge. Shortbread has a lot of calories. That's why it's delicious. All right, original cheese straws. So I kind of saved these for my son, but he didn't like them because they were spicy. They have a little kick to them. If the full moon is made of cheese, we hope it is as tasty as the real cheese with a hint of cayenne found in these cheese straws. He does not like spicy. He used to when he was little. He would eat the same spice that we would, and my husband and I like spice, but now he won't. These were really good dipped in hummus because they are a little spicy and the hummus kind of toned them down, but they're good. This little bag, which was pretty full, is 240 calories. There are a ton of calories. So, it's one of the reasons I'm glad we don't have snacks in the house, because a handful of these is, with hummus, is basically a lunch, and I ate it as a snack, and I didn't even think about it, so. Now, this is probably my favorite thing in the box. Snap pea crisps. They are green peas, corn oil, salt, calcium carbonate, and vitamin C. It's 100 calories for this whole bag. This bag was really full. This is what they look like. If I can get it out of here. Where did you go? Okay. They just look like snap peas, okay? I am loving this dried vegetable chip thing. I know they don't give you the same kind of vitamins as fresh, and so I'm not going to replace my fresh with dried, but in terms of snacks, this is 3 grams of protein, only 5 grams of fat, 60 milligrams of sodium, which really isn't that bad, 12 grams of carbohydrates, but that's okay. It's less than a gram of sugar. They're really, really good. These snap pea crisps are so tasty. Be careful, you may want to do the mash, the monster mash. I could eat a giant bag of these. So, I like snap peas, but honestly, like, it kind of proves the adage that my husband likes to promote. So my husband would go to Thailand and would always bring back a container of like freeze-dried salted mealworms. He would usually try and like get his class to eat them. They were kind of a joke gift, but he would try to claim they taste like Funyuns. They don't taste like Funyuns, but it is true that oil and salt on most anything makes it taste pretty good. So I know those probably aren't really good for me, but in terms of like snacks, they're not that bad for me. They're a lot better than a regular potato chip. But they are just basically oil and salt with a little bit of snap pea flavoring. So, but they're really good. There's a little coupon for them in here. I actually would consider buying a bag of those if I saw them, if they were easy to get, if they were in my local grocery store. Yeah, see, I don't know that they're in my local grocery store, but maybe I'll throw it in my purse because I did really like them. And you guys know I don't buy much. So this wants you to buy cheese straws for the holidays. There's a coupon. That's actually a nice idea to kind of promote these for the holidays, because I'm already thinking of holidays. Holidays are my subscription box time of year. So subscription boxes are a great way to get stocking stuffers and things like that and not spend a fortune. So I usually find a box that seems to fit the person that I'm buying for. So I actually just ordered the French box, which really fits my mother-in-law. I always do her stocking. So I got my first one for $10 off, and I'll probably get 2 of them, and then I'll probably cancel them after the new year because I'll just use them for her stockings over the next 2 months. It'll give me great things she'll love, and they're pretty inexpensive. If I went to a store and tried to buy all of those items, since I'm not, when I buy for me, I buy cheap, and I buy eBay, and I buy secondhand, but I'm not going to do that for people for gifts. So subscription boxes are a really economical way for me to do nice gifts that, if I buy a makeup box, it wouldn't really work for me because I don't care about fancy brand name makeups, but people I buy for do. So if I'm giving a gift, I want to give them what they're going to like. So I buy a lot of things through boxes that I wouldn't necessarily buy for me, but they're nice gifts for other people. And so right before the holidays, there tend to be big sales. There tend to be Cyber Monday sales on subscription boxes. And it's a great way to do, especially stocking stuffers. I am going to, next credit card cycle, at the end of the month, I'm going to order Nerd Block Junior for my son. It's like $13.99 or something, and you get 5 or 6 little toys or books or thing. That's perfect for stocking stuffers. I could not, unless, if you really like to shop, then you can get better deals than that by looking around and getting sale items. I hate shopping. I abhor shopping. I don't want to go shopping. I don't want to look around for sales. I don't want to spend my time doing that. That's why I do a lot on eBay, because I get sale items, I get good discounts without having to go to a secondhand store and really search around and find things that fit, and I don't like shopping. So I love subscription boxes. They're exciting, they're fun. I never know what I'm going to get, and I really, really enjoy them. So they are shopping for the lazy person. And I also like, they found that we're happier with the less choice we have with things. So if you're faced with 4 different kinds of jams and you have to pick one, you're happier with that than if you had 22 types of jams, because if you pick one, you're always thinking about, well, what if one of the other ones were better? When there are 22 of them. When there's 4, you can pretty much weed out the ones that you don't like that much, and then pick between 2 you kind of like, and so you're not as worried about making the right decision. So subscription boxes are wonderful for that, because you're not making any decisions. You're getting things, and they're relatively inexpensive depending on the boxes that you get. And so if you find 2 or 3 things in there that you love, they've made the box worthwhile. So that's my little subscription box rant. This is a really fun one. Again, you kind of always, snacks are something, food I don't mind paying for. I'm going to pay for food anyway. I'm going to go to the grocery store and pay for it, or I'm going to get it in a subscription box. It's more fun in a subscription box. $10 is not outrageous for all the different snacks I got, especially if they're organic. If you like to eat organic and shop in the health food section or a health food grocery store, you spend a fortune for food. It just is the way it is, unless you're buying nothing that's prepackaged. I don't buy a lot prepackaged, but this is fun to get to try some of them. So that is my subscription box rundown for Love with Food. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it was relaxing for those of you who are triggered by people eating. And they're always fun for me to do, and then I get to do a little vlog along with them too. So, all right, bye guys. Talk to you later.